Welcome everyone to my live stream here on Lead Chess and Twitch. My name is International Master William Pascal. We are hosting the Weird Wednesday stream where I'm taking Blitz challenges, 5+3 casual Blitz challenges, trying to play some different, unusual openings. That's the concept. So join us. Acerbot, welcome. The AI Acerbot. It is in the works, I can confirm. Welcome everybody. So the candidates tournament is mercifully over. What's next on the lockdown chess calendar? New in Chess hosting the next Magnus Carlsen International, I guess at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking challenges 5-3 casual Blitz here on Lead Chess. It's been a long time since I had to do this. We might have to bust out the search for a game function. The old create a game. 5+3. I don't want to do that though. I want to go in the lobby. Dweep is challenging me. Lazarus 007. If that's the same Lazarus from our stream, there's a Lazarus. I guess in Hungarian it is a name. 2300 rapid player. Alright. Dweep, Lucky Lucker. And then we got the rated challenge from Sai Krishna. No, we're not doing rated. I'll keep my rating points, thank you. 1536 rated 4.0. It's an interesting time control. I was just thinking today that 5+0 would be the minimum qualification for real Blitz. I don't play Bullet. Alright, Dweep and Lucky Lucker. I am taking challenges to our subscribers, but this is all we've got right now. He challenged me to rated 5.0. No, it's got to be casual 5+3. Just at the bottom of the stream, I've actually written this in. 5+3 casual Blitz. Check out the stream. Maybe he's not watching, but I don't know how else he would know that I was here if you're not watching my stream. Alright, 5-3 casual Blitz. The World Chess Champion Magnus Carlsen tops the lineup for the 5th stage. I don't know, man. How many stages are there? The Meltwater. Meltwater? I play with people, but usually our subscribers challenges first. What is Meltwater? Some kind of weird company? They really have to come up with a better name. They melt water. Alright. D4, Knight F6, C4. Michael Meltwater. Oh, Sebi, that's you. Okay. What am I feeling like today? Not fully ready. The 5th stage. Oh, so it's Meltwater Champions Chess Tour with endless stages. Alright, D5. The Magnus company just throws whatever it can think of out there for tournaments. I was thinking more in terms of real tournaments, not this imaginary online stuff. Blumenfeld Gambit for the uninitiated. Dubious. Slightly dubious. This is actually not a weird opening for me, but it is kind of a weird opening in general. So, we'll let it fly. I actually did a video series on this a couple of years ago for the Chess World. This online chess video company. But I felt like I got ripped off. So I'm not going to do it anymore. Alright, D takes E, F takes E. This is one of the main lines. Superbet Chess Classic, Bucharest, Romania. Interesting, Astrobate. What is that? Did you find out about this from Vital Evente? It's a tournament I've never heard of before. June 4th to 15th in Bucharest. Okay, so the knight c3 is not a common variation here. We faced this against someone else. Maybe it was Dweeb. This variation is problematic for black. I remember looking at this. Like, black has to be like... I don't mean to talk like a valley girl. Hey, what's up? Snuggles the snail. I say like too much, but as if it's 80s TV. Maybe, is that 90s? I don't even know anymore. A6, queen a4. And I can't evict the knight. Is there a moratorium on evictions? What is this again? A6. How does that work? A6, what? No, that doesn't seem right. Isn't he losing a piece here? Master, that's not right. There is queen a4. But then I just go bishop b7. It's like that commercial. Oh, he's got 96 check. Well, dude, what's up with this position? I don't remember this. Maybe b4 is wrong? I don't remember. Knight c3 is very uncommon. Who is Dweeb again? First event on the 2021 Grand Chess Tour. What, are you serious? In Bucharest? A 12-player classical event. All the main tour players. Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. They didn't even do that in like tennis, man. That's kind of sick. This, like, just 12 people are locked into the exclusive club. I don't like it. I don't like the system. This, like, elite group that just monopolizes the chess sport. Not cool. No, not interested. The Magnus Carlsen cartel, chess cartel, is what it is. I'd like to see some kind of strong opens or something like that. I don't want to promote Magnus's cartel. They're bishop f4, right? So what's the problem here? What is wrong with me? Where am I? What's my name again? So Dweeb just makes like scary moves really fast. I am so confused by this guy. Sinkfield is also like a cartel. Thanks for sharing that, Astrobate. It was good to see Snuggles the Snail with the OS frog. I love that emote. So the 2021 Grand Snob Tour. It's nice they're including some new areas in their Grand Snob Tour. Bucharest, Zagreb. How do you qualify for the cartel? You just like personal buddies with Magnus or something? And Sinkfield? What about all the chess players who aren't? I mean, I'm obviously not strong enough, but there's lots of players out there who are not members of his private cartel. I think it's elitist and wrong. Bishop f6. That was quickly played. Dweep has a very interesting style. Psychotically aggressive. Reminds me of someone else that's played on the stream. It's getting weirder and weirder. I think the problem with Dweep is that they're not aggressive enough. They need to get a little bit more offensive in their play. Too passive. Definitely very passive. So what's up? The Gelfand challenge. Oh man. Has to be, where are you getting this stuff from? I want chess to go back to normal. June 10th to the 13th. What is that? The Chess 24 chess calendar? You're reading? I was honestly scared. I'm pretty sure d6 was the right move in the opening, but I was a little bit confused. Whatever. Knight c3, dubious. They should change the name of Chess24 to MagnusCarlsen.com, Asterbate. Right. So I saw this Garamian game when I first did my series on the Blumenfeld from 2013. This is not a new game. I think I used this game as the basis for a little bit of analysis. Now I can't remember what I recommended. I thought I recommended b4. Yeah, so I went over this, at least in a little bit of detail. This was the analysis. Very dangerous variation. I couldn't find a clear-cut way for black to equalize here. I'm just kidding. Twitch is changing their name? Or are you talking about two different things? So I played it right, but bishop f4 was a novelty. I was terrified here. Thought he had some sort of tactics, but apparently it doesn't work. Close to working. This is scary. Like, this is the game. e5. If he sacks a piece here, I wasn't sure if this is like valid. Takes. I guess check here. Castles queenside. But I can interpose on d7. Troll, go have some beer and relax. Alright, we've got... Hey, it's Miro. Troll in a roll, are you still a subscriber? You are. I hear an ambulance now. Troll in a roll and Hey, it's Miro are subscribers to the stream. We're going to take the challenges first. I'm going to try to play unusual openings. By the way, that variation, that Garamian game that we just saw there, that's actually really tricky, and I'm not sure. Anyway, the Blumenfeld has its problems. It's playable, but I don't guarantee you can equalize. That variation is one of many question marks. But anyway, it's entertaining and fun to play. So this is not an opening. This is the chess 690. The chess 690. Can my bishops get active here? Why am I letting him? Why am I letting him take over the center? I should play d5 there. Then he plays the London system with bishop f4. I don't know about you, Troll, but my Twitch is always like frozen. I guess if you don't have a gaming laptop. How acceptable is it to be drunk at 7 point on a scale from 1 to 10 at noon? My experience is dangerous to start early. Alright, e4. Yeah, I see I shouldn't have given him that. We're playing the Caro-Kann. The Chess 960 Caro-Kann. Chess Fun Isn't is new here. Alright. Chess Fun Isn't. Your side, Krishna. Alright. Your challenge is in the list. Challenge is taken. So if bishop f5, g4 actually looks pretty strong for white here. We can't treat this like a normal Caro-Kann. This is probably better than an average Caro-Kann for white. We're going to have to take special measures with h5. Preventing or we're socially distancing from g4. I take the challengers who are challenging me 5+3 casual. Subscribers first, and then the noobs. If you're a noob, you just have to wait. Through the subscriber challenges. Alright, now c3, continuing to prevent my deployment here with bishop f5. Very annoying. Maybe I can set up a Yabava fianchetto, knight fianchetto. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I think I'm going to have to give up on that plan. Alternate plan. An alternate plan would be appreciated. Maybe we have to go with the extreme possibility here of g5. This is nuts. I can't do g5. I can't do g5. No. We're not doing that. It weakens h6 too much. My king is on f8. Nah. I'm open to extreme possibilities, but that's not good. Knight e6, f4, and then we're talking about playing like g6 instead. That's also bad. I just don't like the possibilities here very much. Already at a serious disadvantage. Ready to break with c5. We'll do what we have to do. There it is. There she blows. Now at least, like, the bishop's not actually hitting h6. So we're playing weird openings Wednesday. Blitz challenges 5-3. Everyone's welcome to challenge, but I will accept the challengers who are subscribers to my stream first. I.e., man, we keep getting 3-0 challenges. Hey, it's Miro is next. There's the fianchetto. This is the plan. You're in lockdown. Troll is like, oh no. The knight fianchetto. You weren't here for the knight fianchetto discussion yesterday. Troll missed it. He's like, oh no. You could have played the direct approach. Now, do I take with the bishop or take with the knight? Should I have played b6 there? Knight d7 mate? I guess I should have played b6. You're going to play that directly? What? Form of the Gurgenidze Caro-Kann. Troll is a master with space advantage. Call him the Space Master. Am I allowed to castle queenside here? And if so, would that be a good idea? It looks like Troll wants to castle queenside. No, I can't. My rook's in the way. Oh, that's messed up. I have to move my rook. Wait, I have to move my rook to d8 to castle queenside? That's so dumb. That doesn't make sense. Wait, why can't I castle queenside here? Oh, I can castle queenside. I'm just touching the wrong piece. I was like, what? That's such a weird inconsistency. I knew you were going to castle queenside. Knights. No, I mean, the point is I have to touch my king and my rook. Not move my king 2 squares. The movement system is different for chess 960. I was just trying to do it like it was normally castling queenside, but it's not allowed. Whoa. You think I'm going to let you do that? H3? He didn't want to play G3 because of bishop E4. That's pretty funny, though. G3, bishop E4. And he loses the exchange. Maybe he sacrifices a piece with knight C5 check. I don't know, but probably not good. Now it doesn't work. This knight has to come into the game. Knights are us. I'm not going to play E6 unless I have to. Guess I'm going to have to. My bishop is buried, though. So we have all sorts of problems. Problems associated with not having enough space. Wait, what? It's almost like normal chess now. Troll has 2 minutes more than me. This has to scare him. Now he has the worst pawn structure. Yeah, I would never take your pawn. Don't worry. I would never do a thing like that. Another fianchettoed knight. That was the whole plan. Achieve the knight fianchetto. Now I'm ready to break with c5, possibly. Black has it under control. Control the troll. Believe how fast he is. Oh my god, what am I doing? He's gonna hold this. Draw. Not so easy. Suspiciously strong, wouldn't you say? This troll. Wow. What? That's crazy. Please don't touch my stuff. What? You resigned? Rook d1. Rook c3 check, rook d3, rook c1. I'm not sure this is lost. And even, yeah, you gotta go for it. Resigned. f5. Wow, the computer had me better. But you were better early. Alright. Don't know about that game. Hey, it's Miro. Alright, Hey, it's Miro has been upgraded to seriously dangerous status. I have to be careful. The last game against him, what was I lost? And that was brutal. Edward Elric. You're on the wrong day. You're supposed to be here last night. The Rick. Pickle Rick. Alright. Damn, work sucks. Then you die. Alright. Antonia, what's up? So, Haysmere, we're playing weird openings. What does that constitute? Things I don't normally play. Alright, what do we got? He plays the Caro Khan. What do we do against the Caro Khan for fun? The Hillbilly attack? Alright, let's try to throw him off here. Off the scent. We can't go into the main line. Fresh out of ideas. Exchange variation. Alright, I saw a weird game yesterday with a non-playing C3. Looking at this with move 11, I mean, this is a very unusual move to play this right away. It can transpose back to normal lines. Not exactly a weird opening, but not something I've played before. I saw Aronian a non-game where I guess black played knight c6. So the idea is what? Changing move order? White's move order. Something with knight d2. Like knight c6, knight d2. Now, I don't know where we are. I have queen b3, f3. So what's the big deal? f3 weakens my position and he plays bishop h5. And if queen b3, queen d7? Queen b3, queen d7, knight d2. He didn't play queen d7, he played queen c7. I like how Dr. Tripchance just said f3. But I think that was from like 5 minutes ago. They're not talking about f3 now. Can you play e5? Would you do a thing like that? Weird. Would you do e5 and like take? Whatever. I don't play the white side of the exchange Caro pretty much ever. I play the Panov, but that's with c4. That's the whole point. I will exchange pawns on d5. This is unusual. You guys meant f3 like a move 4, right? But then I realized that, hey, it's Miro is probably well prepared for that. The Fantasy Caro Khan is pretty popular. In fact, it was played in the Candidates tournament just now. I thought, no, that's not a good idea. Don't play something that was just played the other day in the Candidates tournament. That's not very surprising. You know, we're close to transposing. Feels like we're close to transposing to something. What about knight f1? You gotta love the Steinitzian knight maneuver. Life was... What would life be without knight f1? I'm trying to ignore his bishop like a troll. Basically a troll policy. If you ignore the troll, it will go away. Or be caught in a very unpleasant position. Oh, bishop f4 working. Was it working last move? Well, I have to move my knight. Man, these late comments. It's working now. Alright. Gotta stop sending in late comments. Knight g3. Looks like the right idea. h5, h3. I told you before, that's what my dentist's office used to say. On his chair, there was a little sticker. If you ignore your teeth, they'll go away. Very poetic, but true. Ignore the trolls. This bishop is a troll, for all intents and purposes. The theory with troll isn't really working. Troll's still here after all these years. I'm just kidding. We haven't ignored him. We've got a challenge from Pruthik. Actually, I said that wrong. It's Pruth V21. Jens van der Sloot. Yevgeny Viktorovich, Wikipoo, and Sumil. Number of subscribers. At least Yevgeny. Yevgeny's the closest thing to a subscriber that's not a subscriber. Wikipoo as well. Sumil is actually a subscriber. Hey, it's Mirror doesn't have time for h5. He wants to play h5, but h3 and his rook's not defended. Bishop g3 also sucks. And I'm threatening... What am I threatening? h3? This is interesting. I saw a similar line yesterday. So am I threatening h3? That's the million-dollar question. Friends and family. h3. h3, bishop g3. h3, bishop g3, hg. Knight g4. I dare you to take my pawn on g3 style. What else do I have here? No, I'm going to go for this. Gopher. Yesterday my son asked me what a gopher was. He didn't know. He learns animals in Hungarian. Gotta watch Caddyshack, I guess. Oh, you've got knight g4 and it's a good move? Nobody told me it was a good move. So takes, queen takes, check. Yes, I saw this. What was I thinking? Well, I wasn't thinking. Oh my God. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. At the end of the day, this is hanging in a lot of variations, like b7 might matter. Not only will it like take a free pawn, but his rook can get trapped. Will I be happy if Nepo becomes world champion? I was asking myself that question. I'm a little sick of the Magnus Carlsen taking over the world theme. I think he's gotten a little too big. I wouldn't be sad to see anybody beat Magnus. I'm not a fan of the Pomniachi particularly, but he's certainly an interesting player. I guess. If we take the politics out of it, I I guess. Bishop d6. I lost a pawn. But we have compensation. How's my other bishop doing? f3. Again, knight f6. This doesn't do anything. What the hell is my plan here? This is a stupid move. I'm just like making a random move for no reason. I'm down a pawn. Frankly, my queen on b3 has one value, but other than that, it felt kind of limiting, in honesty. I'm just like down a pawn for nothing. Are you sure? He stole my h2 pawn? I get it. Knight e4, wow, giving the pawn back. I like it. I fully approve. Hainsmiro just panicked. Panic mode. But he's gotten pretty good lately. Now, should we castle on the king side or the queen side? I like to keep my options open. That's the ultimate delayed castling motif. Move 21 and I can still castle either side. But I didn't win this game. He just like freaked out in a position that was pretty normal. I thought he was possibly better. I still didn't win this game. To be specific, I should have played bishop e5, duh. Trade pieces when you're up material. I have to tell everybody, remember to trade pieces when you're up material. Don't forget. Alright, so the truth is, he was better. But what was he at the position where he lost and freaked out? He was better, yeah. He's like a pawn up, according to the engine. I mean, he can't castle queenside, I thought, and his queenside's weakened, and if he castles kingside... So what does he have here? Like bishop f4? The good old bishop f4. No? h6 was best. Simply not losing a pawn. Okay, but this doesn't threaten anything. If I, for example, play like, I don't know, g3, for example, you can't castle queenside because of knight f7. So you have to find a move of some sort. It's not that easy. Bishop f4, what's wrong with bishop f4? Well, I mean, it might drop the h7 pawn. Yeah, but I mean, that's not ideal, right? To get tangled up down there. I like bishop f4. Yeah. Black's just up a pawn. Yeah, knight b6, the other move. So what the heck happened in the opening? Queen b3 is a move, queen c7 is a move. Knight d2 only played once. Boris Nevednichi? I didn't know there was a Boris Nevednichi. Is that like the son of Nevednichi Grandmaster? Is there a relation? Knight d2, e6, knight f1, best move. We're in totally new theory here. Now here, what do I do? a5, that's the craziest move ever, man. You should lose for playing a5. I didn't even comment on it like during the game, but I mean, that is absurd. a5? You have a good position here. Man, a5 is weird. h5, yeah, h5, if you're going to move a rook pawn. Man, h5, f3, bishop takes, g3 check, takes, queen takes, king f1. Oh snap, is the queen trapped? Well, this is going to go. See, that's the thing. The b7. Alright guys, anyway, that was fun. We'll take these challenges from these VIPs and subscribers. No VIPs. We've got subscribers Sumil and Mule Skinner. Friends of the stream. Subscribers, friends of the stream, and noobs. Yevgeny, you're not a subscriber, you're a friend of the stream. So Sumil is first. I think he was a subscriber the last time I checked. Yeah, weird move a5 last game. The heck is that? Hey, it's Miro. Weird idea. Let's try something different. Creative Minds Chess is a subscriber to the stream. Which is your handle? Are you challenging us? GM Tranquilizer. Gary Kasparov is like... GM Tranquilizer claims that Gary Kasparov said Wang Hao and Alexyenko don't belong to the candidates. Man, that's deep, dude. Especially like post-tournament. But I agree. But hindsight is 2020. Do you think Gary Kasparov would say that if like Wang Hao had finished second or something? Whatever, man. Gary Kasparov, as much as I respect him as a chess player, he basically turned his back on chess for a long time. And now he wants to be relevant again. I don't know. Whatever. He's like Caitlyn Jenner. He desperately wants to be relevant. I mean, it's kind of mean to compare Kasparov to Caitlyn Jenner, but the desperation to be relevant seems comparable. F3. That's a cool idea, something new. Alright. So I don't have to play something weird against this. I mean, this is weird already. Dude, that's like stating the obvious, dude. What a dumb statement. I say that all the time, but people don't go around saying, Sladgie said that Wang Hao played like a 1200. Who cares, you know? Gary Kasparov states the obvious. Wow. It's earth-shattering news. For those of you that don't know, like Caitlyn Jenner, formerly Bruce Jenner, is running for governor in California. That's why I bring it up. I guess the Kardashian money is running out or something, but it just strikes me as, someone who's running out of money or doesn't have as much as they used to, desperately wanting to be relevant again. Kasparov lately, all of a sudden, he's suddenly like really interested in getting back involved. He's trying to start his own chess website. What like really? Like after 20 years of being virtually non-existent? H3? That's what we're talking about, Dr. Chance, of course. Celebrity. Yeah, he's running for governor of California, trying to recall Gavin Newsom. But the guy is like, woman, is totally doesn't comprehend anything about law or politics or nothing. It's just ridiculous. Actually makes Donald Trump look knowledgeable. Yeah, I saw that Asterbate. But anyway, I'm just drawing up a comparison to Garry Kasparov. I know that's not really fair. Kasparov is still one of the greatest living chess players in history. But to quote him for saying that Alexenko and Wang Hao didn't belong in the candidates is sort of dumb. Yeah, obviously. What else is new? The entire format sucks. How about that, Gary? How about the entire idea of having a candidates tournament is just stupid? Why don't we complain about that? Go back to candidates matches where you get real determination of ability rather than random results. Can we do that? Why doesn't he use his voice to promote that? Candidates tournaments are stupid. You just got a completely random tournament. One random tournament is going to determine who's going to play in the World Championship. If that's not dumb, I don't know what is, One random result shall determine. Very inconsistent play from Sumamitra. Sumamitra plays like they alternate between being a 900 and a 2100 player on every other move. I wasn't that unimpressed by Alexenko. It's probably some Kasparov political stuff. Alexenko was appointed. He did well, considering he was like a wild card. It was Wang Hao who was really unimpressive. Especially his final games. It was like disgusting to even see that. So he's gone from, my opponent has gone from 900 to 2100 from move to move usually. Is flunked a word? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Failing a test. It's almost kind of feels like a slang word, but I guess it's a legit word. Sumamitra, how can you play like a 900 and a 2100 in the same games? You don't think that's a little weird? Nothing weird about that or anything. Now this is a face hugger. For those of you that don't watch like sci-fi alien movies, the face hugger is when you get a knight on b4, b5, g5, or g4, with a knight blocking the removal pawn in the corner, like the a pawn in this case. It attaches itself to the enemy position and can't be removed. except for by surgical procedure. They should have Dubov, Alexenko, Van Halen brothers. You're pretty funny, man. You think it was based on his looks? I guess Russian oligarchs have a weakness for Alexenko. Maybe it's Karpov. I think Karpov probably had something to do with it. I bet it's Karpov. I like Karpov's like funky suit. He had like an admiral jacket on or something at the opening ceremony or whatever. There has to be something here. Wait, this? Yeah, he's like alternating between being a 900 and 2100 dude. There's something very strange about Sumo Mitra's play. I've already threatened to like stop playing him like 100 times, but it's too much now. It's just too weird. It's like beyond weird at this point. I don't know, man. I don't think the Nepomniachtchi is a favorite. See, that's the 2100 plays one move, and then the 900 plays the next one. It doesn't make sense. He's seriously like alternating back and forth. I don't get it. How can you play half your moves like you just learned the rules, and the next half like an advanced player? It's just totally illogical. All right, Mule Skinner, longtime subscriber to the stream. Don't anybody else challenge? We're full. Mule Skinner. I'm completely unsure about Nepomniachtchi versus Carlsen. It could go. Well, I mean, the one thing that's not going to happen is that like Nepomniachtchi's not going to beat Magnus convincingly. Either. This is stating obvious too. I mean, either Magnus wins easily, Magnus barely wins, or Nepomniachtchi somehow miraculously pulls out an upset. Carlsen has to be the favorite, is what I'm trying to say. But it's not impossible. Nepomniachtchi would win. As people have mentioned, he has a pretty decent score against Magnus overall. But you got to factor in his lack of match experience. The fact that there's immense amount of pressure. Right. How much match experience does he have? Probably considerably less than Magnus at this point. I think that factors in, and that's another reason why the candidate's probably a good idea. To have match candidates, it would kind of get you warmed up for a final. It doesn't make sense to have a random tournament and then have the World Championship be a match. The whole system should be the same. Why not just have a World Championship tournament then? He's played no matches. Now he suddenly has to play a match for the World Championship. My IQ is 0. Like this castling here, 0, 0. Alright, Mule Skinner. Back to the basics. We haven't played this in ages. I was asking Zen Chess about this, right? Lesser known. I'm supposed to play weird openings. We forgot this game. Actually, Sumo Mitra game was weird, but we went off the radar. The idea is weird openings. We went back into mainstream here with allowing Mule Skinner's Grand Prix attack. I got distracted with all this commentary about the upcoming World Championship match. So Kudrin Perlstein Kudrin, I think, was this line. Whatever Sergey did, I'll do. He's a good opening player. Excellent Sicilian player. Both sides. How do I join the queue to play? It's pretty late now. We've got 1 million challenges. I've got like 11 challenges, and I've got an hour and 10 minutes left. I don't think it's good for anybody else to keep challenging. Way more challenges than I expected. For Wednesday, it's usually kind of slow, although I'm deleting the challenges that are rated. I just took out 2 rated challenges, so you can go ahead and challenge if you want. I don't promise you'll get to play Pro Chessy. 5+3 casual. I just knocked out 2 challenges from the list. It must be casual. So Mule Skinner's not trying to punish me here, but he's giving me the pawn on d5. Weird. I thought he's going to hold on to the pawn. So is the question if he can play queen takes d4? I expected queen takes d4. But thank you for the bit donations from Pro Chessy. 2 bits. Yeah, still try to challenge if you want to. Usually Wednesdays have been a little slower. I didn't expect to see this many challenges. I guess now the candidates is over. No one's watching that. Last week, pretty much everyone thinking about that. Antonio, you're never the last one on the list. You're the first one on the list. Antonio Morales is a VIP. I've got VIP challenger, subscriber challengers from Creative Minds, Tezek, and our old friend Wikipoo. I would take in that order. But Mule Skinner kind of just gave up his opening advantage. Morales, what do you think? You don't play this line. Black now has the bishop pair. I always associate your variation with this one too. It always involves f4 and bishop e5. Dr. Tripchance doesn't like Grand Prix. That's all you ever play. What are you talking about? Now it's not strong. No, I mean, he lost the white squares because he's given up his white square bishop. So, but that variation must be critical. I just remember the only game in the database is Perlstein Kudrin, CD4, Queen D4, castles. And I don't remember what happened, but I looked at it with the engine at some point, and the computer said that black was okay. But for some reason, didn't see many games with this. Oh, ED5 line. So, oh, you mean e5, the way that the usual suspect would play it. James Plaskett. I had a couple games with British Masters. Byron Jacobs and James Plaskett would both play e5 against me. That's the British method. Neil Skinner is using the American version. For lack of a better name, I'm just going to arbitrarily call it that. I don't know what to call it. The non-British variant. I think it makes more sense, though, to close it up, considering that I'm going to have the bishop pair. You want to close the structure, generally speaking. Shut down the black bishops. Doesn't that make more sense strategically? Play more in the style of like Nimzovich with white. Be more like Zen chess. Yeah, of course, live for chess. It's a meme. He claimed his buzzer didn't work. The guy's like extremely arrogant. I played him in a tournament once, and he like had this big red scarf. He's like a meme of himself. He had this huge red scarf like Snoopy and the Red Baron. It was absurd. He did play a good game and crush me, I have to say. That game actually made me stop playing a variation of the Scandinavian. No, he's a really arrogant guy. No, average strength. Not a really strong grandmaster, but decent. But he's kind of like a Nigel Short type of arrogance about him that's hard to like. Maybe worse, actually. More overtly arrogant. In a sort of stupid way. The Red Baron scarf was like, it was an absurd meme. When I saw him coming to the board, I couldn't believe it. You really dress like that? If I don't play b4, when am I going to play it? Comes to mind. Maybe we should go for this. I have this weird instinct that I need to play b4 now. I just distinctly remember that Plaskett used to play that line. We had a couple of games online. I think my score against him in Blitz was okay. Probably close to equal. Around equal. But you know, the Grand Prix attack was very popular with his generation, the older British players. Of course, this isn't really a Grand Prix attack. The Grand Prix attack is technically white plays bishop c4. But it's like an offshoot. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that if they're following the opening explorer here. But what is the Grand Prix attack exactly? It's like the f4 system with the whole idea of bishop to c4 and the plan of this primitive sort of f4, f5. Bishop b5 is really not truly the Grand Prix attack. That's what I'm saying. Not technically. Yeah. That's what the Grand Prix attack is. All this stuff involving bishop c4. Bishop b5 is just another variation. I think. I guess everything is open to interpretation. I never met Bassman. You know, I only played a few tournaments in the UK. And I don't remember Bassman ever being there. I played in Hastings a few times. Maybe he was there, I just didn't notice him or play him. I didn't think he was playing. I think I kind of missed him. Alright, let's just take. What am I worried about? That would be interesting, though. Because I have played the St. George quite a bit. And he's one of the only people who play that opening. Why do I want to move my F rook here? Unclear. Where did the time go for both sides? Juicy plans. Juicy plants. Man-eating plants. It is a tough call where the queen goes here. I honestly don't know what to do. Queen should be in a centralized location. Darn it. You want to trade that? Look at that pawn structure White has. Is it enough? Happy pawn structure. Ensures a long life. Look at that trick. He finds a trick. With rook e1. Stay active. That's the key in defense, especially in bad positions. Never defend passively when you can defend actively. We got a very technical rook endgame, of course. Yeah, I mean, this is a win. This is a win. Alright, so subscribers to the stream, including Morales, is Lasker a subscriber? Is anybody else a subscriber that I don't know about? Creative Minds? We have to take subscriber challenges first. VIPs first. Morales, you're not leaving us. You're not leaving us. Come back here. Alright. Just when I need another Grand Prix attack. Can I get white? I can't play the normal line. Okay, weird openings Wednesday. We're not allowed to play mainstream Budapest. Alright, let's play the Verisov. I don't know. Hey, it's Morales. Hey, it's Miro. So what do we do? The e4. Its problem is e4, knight e4. You can't really play that here. The Verisov isn't great. I think it just allows black to equalize objectively. But there's a lot of tricky lines. That's why Yababa likes it. F3. Yeah, F3 is bad. Like, I guess after knight on bd7, F3 might be a line. 3 F3. That's, in French, they call it garbage. So here, maybe F3 becomes a move. There are I know there are like queen d3 type of ideas. I guess you can play e4 like an Albin reversed. Yeah, I mean f3 is definitely a move. If I play f3, I guess black can play either c5 or e6. The Albin. Can we just play like safely? I'm just gonna play this lame developmental move. The London. Now it's a Yababa London with h6. Black has h6 for free. Free move. It's unclear if it's beneficial or not. What would Yababa do? Knight b5? Wow, we have knight b5. Morales did an oops. He fell into the classic Yabavian. Now he has check and bishop a5. So knight b5 check, c3, bishop a5, queen a4. What does that lead to? What's up with that? Queen a4, bishop b6. The heck am I doing? Is this even good for me? I can play b4, right? b4, bishop b6, a4. What would Asterbate do? Doesn't take a lot to get Asterbate to unleash those a and b pawns. You don't like what I did. I don't like what I did. So queen a4, bishop b6 doesn't look like anything. But maybe it's not so stupid. Queen a4, bishop b6, queen a3. I still just don't have a threat. What is my threat? It's close to a face hugger. a4. I like that. Accelerated Asterbate. Okay, it's just a weird position. Could even do c6. But technically it's probably not right what black did here. I agree about the g4 thing. Yeah, that's totally an option. b4, pawn takes bishop, pawn takes knight, takes. No, his knight is... His bishop is buried now. Dirt. He got it out with that. Okay, so that's the trick now. It's not so bad for black. Oh no. So now we just have a weird position. It's just a very bizarre London. Yeah, the g4 idea was real, that Dr. Tripchance is mentioning. I'm unhappy about this. He gets to play bishop c7 now. There are certain problems here. My knight on a3, long-term problem. So I'll have to treat this in a certain way. A lame way of playing chess. That's why I like to discriminate against the London. I just in general don't like mindless play. So Morales is dangerous though. He's not mindless. He's creative. Although No, I don't think the London is a weird opening. It's just completely mainstream. But the Verisov, not so much. Verisov would be considered like substandard. What's the problem here? You know the problem. Anyway, we've got a castle. Get out of here. The problem is my knight on a3. It's a lame stream. What? What? Can VIPs be taken away? Can you remove the VIP once they've been appointed? Can I get my knight in the game? Poor knight. It should go back to b1 at this point. Like, c2 is absurd. What is that? What is that going to do? This is a position that only Gadakamsky would love. My poor knight. Never be afraid to admit you made a mistake, right? I don't know. Can my knight travel? Travel restrictions? Have travel restrictions been lifted? For knights? Traveling to the east? Jonathan Rowson says you talk to your pieces. Pieces, is everybody okay? Rook is like, I'm a little uncomfortable here. Haven't had any water in a while. This knight on a3 is just like, I don't want to live anymore in this place. Everybody else is pretty much happy. What about Morales' pieces? Complainers. On c8, the bishop's pretty bad. His plan with b6 was to play bishop b7. I was pretty sure about that. Asterbate might have to time you out for that. Let's not continue. Especially if Bob were here. And no quotes from The Silence of the Lambs. Even if Anthony Hopkins did get an Academy Award. Let's try to steer away from that. So, right. Was that related to something? Where did we come up with that? The F file. I got my knight off the board. The best place it'll ever be. My other knight. Morales is a genius. Genius. He lost some time in a winning position. He took too long to find the winning move, like not to. I mean, it took a while to play bishop c8 and then here just calmly not simplify. What choice did he have actually? Yeah, the one I'm thinking. His queen is attacked. I have to be lost now. Final position, I'm lost. You know, it was the weirdest thing. I thought I was attacking f7 too many times. You made me believe that it was protected by not defending it. I attacked it and you just didn't defend. And I was sitting there like, wait, I thought f7 was attacked. And I was like, oh, well, no, it must be defended because he didn't protect it. It's ridiculous. Dude. You can't just believe your opponent. You're like, well, it's protected. You're just counting the number of pieces, but not what they were. And I believed you. Someone was suggesting the English defense yesterday. Schieber Spieler. Alright, Antonio, thanks for the game. Tazik. Tazik, weren't you challenging me? Thanks for playing, Morales. Guys, we take challenges from subscribers first. I'm slowly running out of them. Actually, Morwa is gone as well. He wasn't a subscriber, but an old friend of the stream. So Creative Minds just played a game with someone in a similar line. I guess it wasn't the same move order, though. I've had Queen B3 a number of times. So it's not really a Nimzo. That must be the best move for white. Queen B3. I'll have to look that up. This is basically a form of Nimzo if I want. But I can try for more. F5 is possible. Is it a good move? I don't know. Objectively. Then again, in the Nimzo line, I'm not sure my bishop really is. I might want it on a6 in a proper Nimzo scenario to attack the c4 pawn. It's certainly not bad on b7 though. So knight f6 is like the safest move, but it allows him to pin me. f5 is a little more aggressive, but also riskier. Yeah, Tizik, we lost your challenge for a moment there. I mean, f5 weakens my position slightly, but it is the most aggressive move in that position. Now it's like, should I play g5 here? g5, bishop g3, knight e4, bishop e5. I don't really like that. I guess I could play f6 there, though. It's not that clear. Now we've got g5, knight e4, standard-ish position. Creative Minds has used 10 seconds for the whole game. See, this is too fast. You're probably playing too much fast chess. Bullet chess sucks because it doesn't involve thinking, and thinking is the key to chess. Thinking and taking time on the games and creating something artistic, well, that's the only reason I play chess. When chess becomes like instant moves without thinking, then I'm done. You know, I'm signing up for something else. That's why I hate Bullet. It just becomes mindless mouse clicking. It goes against the entire point of chess. Creative minds playing very fast. Most people here play too fast because they're sucked into 1 minute, 3 minute games. Use your time. 5 plus 3 is basically like a 15 minute, 12 to 15 minute, let's say 12, 13 minute game. It's pretty long. You have enough time to think. Don't play too quickly. So now do I go for something aggressive with like h5? f5 looks like a transposition to a normal type of position. But I really should castle queenside, I guess, at this point. He's got a kind of open target. F takes was a serious consideration there. Maybe that's a better move. Take away from the center to open the F file for white here. Creative minds, I don't know, we only played once. But I've seen many instances of this sort of setup for white. Now I start the attack. How strong is it? Don't know. Objectively, I'm not completing my development here. So I'm not sure h5 is like the most principled move. Yes, it's dangerous to castle queenside for white. Sorry, for black. It's dangerous for me to castle queenside. He just opens it up with a4. If I have to play a5, I weaken my structure. I only do that if my attack is pretty far advanced on the other side, or I'm completely safe. But castling queenside is an idea for black. I also commonly would put my queen on f6 instead of e7. I swear I've had like the exact same game against other players. Now his pawns are primarily all on the white squares. Many pawns on white squares, making his white square bishop bad. Making your bishop bad again. Still not so easy for me though. What to do? Yeah, this is way too early to close the center. Maybe white has another move like rook e1 or something trying to reinforce this pawn. I would hesitate with white. I wouldn't want to commit to that. The first really bad move white has played, I think closing the center with d5, unless that's forced, you want to keep the tension. Now I can safely castle queenside. If I wanted to. I'm not sure I even want to. Black brings the bishop back here, Queen's Indian style. I have h5, h4 when I'm ready. Yeah, if I get this, it's over. He won't be able to even play like knight d2. That's the right move. Knight d2 is a good move. Wow. Queen to d1, attacking my pawn on h5. That's naughty. So what do I do? Do I do g4 or h4? I guess h4. Now he can play bishop g4, trading off his bad bishop. Very strong plan. So my move, I don't know. What am I supposed to do there? g4 maybe at the end of the day was stronger, keeping him hemmed in. h4 looks like a good attacking plan, but if I don't mate him, he's trading off his bad bishop. At the end of the day, he's still worse because of these pawns. Now he fails to trade off his bad bishop. That's a pawn. Maybe I can't break through, but it looks like I can win the a pawn clean with queen e8. He can probably set up a defense, but I don't actually see how. Maybe queen c2, bishop d1, protecting his a pawn 3 times, doubling the rooks or something. Between the weakness of the a pawn and the h file, I don't know. Maybe Black White can just keep the position locked somehow and draw. I don't like the way I played this. h4 is too premature. Yeah, that's an official pawn. I guess I ought to win this pawn while I can. You don't want to screw around with something like that. If you can win the pawn, win it. Now I have a winning position. Admittedly, it may be hard to break through, but I believe it's inevitable. Creative minds. Devourer of pawn structures. Master blockader. Wow, that was a thought out move. Thawed out. G4 is hanging, I just realized. Don't want to go to A7. I mean A6. Master Chess Dojo? Master Chess Dojo. Rating with a party of 7. Good morning. Damn, that's... Wow. That's a serious morning. Morning raid. You gotta wake up pretty early in the morning to beat the Master Chess Dojo. What's up, man? I think it's time to sack the exchange. Does anyone have any opinions on this? Can we sack the exchange here? We have like 8 million pawns. Is this too much? Thank you for the raid, Master Chess Dojo. What's up? You can never be too safe here. Can you? This guy is 1500. We have a good pawn structure. Trying to win this, but it's like pulling teeth. My dentistry is a little rusty. Rusty. That's a lot of pawns we're talking about now. This is going to be like the longest game in history. Is it ever going to end? The writing is on the wall. King A4, A2. Does look kind of inevitable. But man, this whole concept of sacrificing the exchange, it's so important to break through a lot of blockading positions. Defensive positions can be broken with exchange sacrifices. Master Chess Dojo, check him out. John MacArthur. From the... You are in East Coast time, right? Alright. Dumbledore, no. I lost some challengers here. I think our games are going a little bit long. Thank you for the raid from the dojo. I've got challenges here. Looks like Jens Vandersloot was the last one, the first one. We lost some people though. People's challenges are just dropping out. Creative Minds. Well, you hesitated on when you played Knight D2, and then you didn't play Knight B3. You should have played Knight B3. We lost you again. Tazik. Yeah. I'll play the Nimzovich. This is becoming an almost normal opening for me. I recommend people to play D4. Let's try something classical, but then I wanted to go off on a tangent, but he played Bishop C4. Alright. I'll play the D6 here. I mean, this is more rare. What's wrong with D6? Guy invites me to E5. Well, he wants to transpose to a normal line. What do I do? Now, Knight C3 is a solid move. this is obviously a normal-ish position. If knight f6, bishop g5, sorry, knight g5 might be a good move. I think now at this point, so I have to. Transpose to the something standard. Well, I'm not going to allow knight g5. Now we're playing basically an exchange Philidor. But the problem is, I was explaining this to one of my students the other day. This square is not that great for white with bishop c4 in exchange Philidor. Although I'm committed to knight c6. White's position is no doubt fine, but I don't think it's the best setup. Because the bishop on c4 has a tendency to get attacked by a lot of stuff. It has a tendency to get attacked by d5, knight a5, knight takes e4 and d5. So this is like a hassle. Now rook e1. Wow, rook e1. Dude is 2244 in rapid and 1700 in blitz. That is strange. The only way you can do that is if you're playing on your touchpad. He must play with his touchpad. He's inputting moves with the touchpad. Actually, how would he be on this time if he was inputting moves with the touchpad? I don't like to play with people who have a 500 rating point difference between blitz and rapid. That's very sus. Just in general. That doesn't make me happy to see that from people. You should not, nobody should have that. That's not normal. These tie controls are like next door to each other. So you're like two different people or what? I would never play a game with someone with that kind of rating distribution. Not a rated game. There's no way. Alright, I don't know about this now. Rook e1's a good move. Stopping knight e4. Well, it's not a question of playing or not. You have a 500 different rating in blitz and rapid. I mean, that's not normal. Possibly you've improved, but it would take longer than 2 months. I'm just telling people in general, like, be wary if you do play people with that kind of rating gap. It's not a good sign. I would never accept a challenge from someone with that kind of rating distribution. It's usually a computer. And you should be aware that people are going to think that about you with those kind of ratings. My first reaction is that white is a computer. When I see 2200 in rapid, 1700 in blitz. I know there's a lot of rating inflation in rapid, but it's not that much. Maybe 200 points. 200 points is no big deal. That's normal. It does seem like the blitz is more competitive. What's happening now? Rook takes or bishop takes? Rook takes e5. It's a tough call. Maybe I play king f8. The position is equal. I don't like his move e5 though. You know, he played a bad move. e5 is... You really shouldn't have more than 200 points difference in your ratings. It doesn't really matter. I don't care if I lose unrated games to people and stuff, but I'm just saying, in general, rating distributions like that are very, very sus. It's almost always an engine. The other thing that's weird is when my opponent is like 1600 in blitz, but they're super fast. That also doesn't make sense. Why would you be super fast? But anything's possible. I have to be very careful here. So far he has 4 minutes against 1. Okay, Tezake is a subscriber. We're going to play him next. Lasker we played previously. But I only have time for like 2 more games. Max. Okay, rookie 1. Sharp move. I had bishop f6, I guess. I calculated bishop f6, rook e8 check, rook e8, bishop d6. But I have bishop back to e7. So that seems to be okay. Code.exe, which is you? You're Lasker? Looks like we're going to hold on out of a bad, not a great opening, really. You didn't even send a challenge yet. Oh. Well, I don't know how much time I have left. There's like a long list of challengers, and I've only got 20 minutes left. So probably not. I've got to take the challenge from Tezake, who's a subscriber, and I still have to finish this game. Maybe you should try on Friday. Tomorrow, guys, we have a challenge from Challenge. Tomorrow we have a stream. Duh. Yeah, with ratings like this, it looks like there's more than one player playing on the account or something. But I would be freaked out. I'm just gonna like lose on time if I don't move fast enough here. He's so fast. I should be able to hold a draw. But again, when I see someone who's super fast, then I see they have a 1600 bullet rating. I'm like, what is going on? What do I do here? F4 is an interesting move. Better, but not necessarily winning. Black has to be very careful, but he's not giving me any time. We've got better king, pawn up. White just plays too fast. White should realistically be like 2100 blitz, 2200 bullet or something. It looks like that would be normal given his speed. He's playing too fast. Probably doesn't play increment, I guess. If you don't play increment, you're not used to the pace, and you're playing too fast to win on time. Oh. Damn it. What am I doing here? Increment is a different game. I'm not that fast, but fast enough to win it. All right, last game. Lasker. Unless it's a quick one. I have 15 minutes. I don't think I'm going to have time for 2 games of this time control. So, yeah, my last game, that was unclear, but it should have been a draw, I would assume. The endgame was played too quickly by white. Trying to flag me. You cannot try to flag people. Let's try something weird. You cannot try to play for flag in increment. You have to play more slowly with increment. You must be like really crushing people on the clock. If you're 22 in rapid. But you're probably playing like 10-0 time control. Man, H4. Why am I playing this? This is not an unusual opening. Anyway. You can crush people on the clock, I guess. That would never work in rapid increment, though. So bishop d3, we had this before, right? You should raise your blitz rating so that it doesn't look suspicious. People are going to be suspicious of you. You're obviously not a computer or something, but yeah. Practice with increment. I think increment makes you play better chess. Although if you want to raise your rating, I guess, in rapid, like the 10-0 is a good place to try. But I think it seems like I called it inflation seems to be about 200 points. It's getting bigger. It's funny, it takes longer to play rapid games. So you think it would take longer for those ratings to get inflated. But they are inflated. About 100, maybe, I don't know. 200 in some cases. I see a lot of people with really high rapid ratings, but never that much. Alright, Tezek, sorry you couldn't play today. I know what I'm doing here with d takes c4, but I guess we're going to play this. I'm not sure if this is great. Yeah, Asterbate, it's easy for you because you don't look at the clock. You don't want to know how much time you have. That's the John Fedorovich system. He liked the little plastic clocks that were like broken. The Fed's quote was literally, "I don't want to know how much time I have." Just try to run the other guy out of time. Very deep strategy. So we have a Capablanca-like advanced position here. Bad bishop theme. If you have enough space, though, a bad bishop isn't a bad bishop, I guess. It's an active bad bishop. So this... White is hampered by a lot of pawns on dark squares, but still, he has so much space in his territory. If this chess game is a game of risk, he controls most of the map, so his bishop isn't so bad. So what's the plan here? If I get knight f5, I'm happy. But if he plays knight g3, he stops me, but at the same time he puts his knight on a bad square. So I was actually thinking to do the Jonathan Spielman maneuver with knight c8, knight b6. This is also a bad square. I don't know. Maybe he's waiting, I don't know. But I think he should play knight g3 there. Now he has to worry about his pawn. So he's going to like drift into a bad bishop endgame. It's very subtle and slow, but black is becoming slightly better. Another pawn on the dark squares with g3. And can black win? That's the question. I don't know. Maybe I break with f6, but it's kind of anti-positional, you might say. So earlier we had a raid from the Chess Dojo, John MacArthur. Thanks for that. Thanks to all of you for supporting the stream by subscribing and playing today. We are hosting a subscriber stream tomorrow night. It's our chance to analyze subscriber games. Another pawn on the dark squares on the queen side. Big hole here. Holes, plural. If knight a5, he has knight b5, gunning for the c7 square. So I have to be careful about that minor issue. Penetration to the 7th. Knight a5, knight b5, a6. Rook c7 check, king where? King d8, bishop g5 check. That's kind of a messed up variation. I don't like him getting in there. At the same time, I don't want to play a6 and allow knight a4. So we need to find some kind of solution. This guards c7 and doesn't weaken my b6 square. So now we're threatening to play knight a5. Subscriber stream Thursday. Did you put in the Thursday command? Aspie, thanks. Yeah, this is my concern. He stops knight a5. There are weaknesses, as I said, about all the pawns and dark squares too, but on the plus side, white now has every single pawn on the dark squares. He's giving me h4. That was a blunder, I think. Warnaki, still here, even though it doesn't look like it. Warnaki, thank you for subscribing. You've not been around much. Almost 2 years, 23 months subscriber to the stream. And no a5 in this game. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get more challenges. We got to go after this. White probably just waking up. European morning opponent. He's a strong player, 2100. This has this. It has the look of a player who's not awake yet. Sleepy player. Not warmed up. He had to play g3, putting every single pawn on the dark squares. The Astrobate bishop on e3, not happy. Good morning, yeah. We had a raid from someone where it was like 6:30 in the morning there. And good morning to you. We're late risers here in Europe. I just assume Lasker is European. Because who else would be a Lasker fan? That's not fair. Alright. G6. Actually, I knew a American master who was a disciple of Lasker. But the only reason he was a disciple of Lasker was because his teacher was literally a student of Lasker, had literally been a student of Lasker's in Germany. Dr. Platt. So I assume more people in Europe probably respect the great Emanuel Lasker than Americans necessarily. Though Lasker did immigrate to the United States at the end in his later years. Okay, rook c2. Do I want to play a6? Well, we're up a pawn. We don't have to do anything special. I don't like this fork here. So I guess b5. It's like an exchange Slav. Lasker's not going to resign. Thank you, Super Smart Chess Player, for the donation. The bit donation. What about this now? Rook c7. Uh-oh, a maneuver. We've been facing the maneuver. Lots of pawns for a piece, like knight takes b4 check, but unclear. Let's try it. This is sort of crazy. I'm messing around a little bit. It's our last game. He's in time pressure. We have 2 connected passed pawns. I have 3 pawns for a piece. It's a sound sacrifice. But is it enough? Wow. He's a speed demon. Lots of bullet games. Do I have b4? No. Not at this time. Alright, pick a square. Bishop d8 check was no problem. Bob Barker. Ah. Okay. Wonder if I can win this. Oh my god, look at that. Knight d3. But how can you stop both pawns? Both pawns. You heard it here first. This is why pawns are actually stronger than knights in the endgame. Both pawns have been called. Multi-pawn. Pawns are stronger than knights in the endgame. Pillsburyans. Yeah, that is game over. Pawn digestion. Thank you for the games, guys. Bringing you back tomorrow night with subscriber stream. Thanks to everybody. Thanks, Warnaki, for subscribing. Appreciate it, everyone. See you tomorrow night here. See if there's some we can raid. Chess Bia. We'll send the raid to Chess Bia. I will see you guys later. Have a good evening. Stay tuned for Chess Bia.